are you? Why are you marrying my brother?
I'm sorry. Who might you be?
I'm the sister of the man you're marrying. David is my big brother, you know.
Oh, you must be Sophie. I've heard about you.
Huh. So you know about me.
Of course. David told me about you. We haven't had the chance to meet until now. Nice to finally meet you. I'm Emily, David's fiancée.
I don't care about your introduction. Apologize to me first.
I'm not sure what I should be apologizing for. I have no idea what you mean.
For marrying my brother without my permission, of course. I absolutely won't accept you as our family. So, apologize sincerely.
I didn't realize you were against our marriage. David never mentioned anything about that.
I wasn't just against it. I didn't even know about it. I thought he had gotten back together with Rachel and married her. Why on earth did he marry a hideous woman like you instead?
Excuse me? Hideous woman? That's quite rude, Sophie. You don't even know me.
I don't need to know you. I can see you're nothing special compared to Rachel.
Who is this Rachel you're talking about?
My brother's ex-girlfriend. Rachel is a stunning beauty who's perfect for my brother.
Ex-girlfriend, you say?
We've been close for a long time, and she's always been kind to me. She was like a real big sister to me, and that's why I thought she had finally become my sister-in-law.
I think I might have heard about her from David before. They dated for a long time, right? About 6 years, I believe.
Yeah, they were such a perfect couple. They'd break up after fights, but always got back together quickly.
Oh, I see. That must have been difficult for you, seeing them break up and reconcile so often.
It wasn't difficult at all. It just showed how much they were meant for each other. They always found their way back to each other.
I'm not sure that's a healthy relationship pattern, Sophie.
What would you know about their relationship? You're just an intruder who came between their relationship.
I understand you're upset, but I'm not an intruder. I'm David's fiancée now.
That's why I thought they had gotten back together this time too. I assumed they had finally tied the knot. I don't understand why he's marrying someone like you instead. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, the fact that you're calling me ugly right off the bat doesn't make any sense to me either. I get that you've had some misunderstandings, Sophie, but that doesn't justify insulting someone you've just met.
Shut up, you hideous woman. You're nothing compared to Rachel. You don't suit my brother at all. How did someone like you manage to get married?
Sophie, I think you're being unnecessarily cruel. David and I love each other. That should be enough.
Love? Ha! What would you know about love? You probably tricked him to marry you somehow.
That's a serious accusation, Sophie. I did no such thing.
Wait, did you blackmail my brother? Did you force him to marry you by holding something over him?
Of course not. David and I started dating normally. He confessed to me and proposed to me himself.
That's a lie. My brother would never want someone as ugly as you. I even saw him out with Rachel the other day.
What? You saw David with Rachel recently?
Yes, they look like they were having a lot of fun together.
I'm not sure what to say. David hasn't mentioned anything about meeting Rachel.
Of course he wouldn't tell you. He probably realized what a mistake he's making by marrying you. For his taste in women to change so drastically, it must be an illness. Maybe he hit his head somewhere.
Your rudeness is truly refreshing. I'm sorry I'm not the sister-in-law you were expecting, but David isn't sick, and our relationship is serious. So, could you please try to accept our marriage?
Absolutely not. If anyone's going to be his wife, it should be Rachel. Who would accept a hideous woman like you?
I see there's no reasoning with you. I'll talk to David about this.
Go ahead. He'll probably realize his mistake once I tell him about seeing him with Rachel.
David, we need to talk.
What's up, Emily?
Your sister Sophie just contacted me. She's strongly against our marriage.
Oh no, what did she say?
Apparently, she thought you had married your ex-girlfriend, Rachel. She said she doesn't know me and won't accept me.
Is that so? I'm so sorry about my sister. She's being so rude to you. Actually, I just found out about this myself.
She misunderstood even though you never said you got back with your ex. But I can see why Sophie would assume that. You've broken up and gotten back together with your ex many times, right? It's natural she'd think you'd done the same this time.
Wow, she told you all that too?
Yes, she did. David, hearing that does make it easy to misunderstand, especially since Sophie seems very attached to your ex-girlfriend.
Sophie has always been close to Rachel. I should have expected this reaction.
Yep. She said she'd absolutely prefer Rachel as your wife. Maybe you should talk to her about this.
Of course. I'll set her straight. Don't worry about it, Emily.
Hey, David, is it okay for us to continue with the wedding preparations when there's someone who doesn't accept me at all?
Of course it is. Don't suddenly start saying weird things. Don't worry about my sister, silly.
There's more, David. Sophie said something that concerns me.
What is it?
But you're still close with your ex-girlfriend, aren't you?
Huh?
Sophie mentioned it. She said she saw you two out together recently. That's why she thought you had gotten back together.
What?
I didn't know you were still in touch with your ex.
What are you talking about? There's no way we'd meet. Must be another misunderstanding. Don't worry about it.
But your own sister wouldn't mistake what she saw, right? She apparently very close with Rachel too, like sisters. I don't think Sophie would mistake who she saw.
Ah, maybe she mistook you for Rachel.
Me for Rachel?
You're the only girl I've been out with recently. And you two are kind of similar in appearance, especially your hairstyle and the way you look from behind.
Oh, so Rachel and I look alike? That's strange because Sophie said we don't look similar at all.
Yeah, your vibes are similar. Anyway, my sister is just confused by her own misunderstanding, so you don't need to worry about it at all. Let's continue with the wedding preparations as planned.
David, I'm not sure I can believe your explanation.
What do you mean? I told you it's just a misunderstanding.
But why would Sophie think she saw you with Rachel if we look so different?
Look, Emily, you're overthinking this. Sophie probably just saw someone who looked like Rachel.
I don't know, David. Something doesn't feel right.
Trust me, okay? There's nothing going on between Rachel and me.
All right. I'll trust you for now, but we need to talk more about this later.
Sure. Let's focus on the wedding for now.
Okay. I'll try to put this out of my mind.
Hey, Emily, is it possible to change your wedding dress now?
Now? That's impossible. The ceremony is about to start.
But you really should change it. That wedding dress doesn't suit you at all. It just makes an ugly girl look even worse.
Sophie, I thought we were past this. Why are you still being so mean?
I'm not being mean, I'm being honest. That dress doesn't suit you at all.
Are you serious? I chose this dress very carefully. David likes it too.
Why would an ugly girl choose such an elegant dress? That kind of dress suits slim, stylish people. Emily, you're quite tall, but your shoulders are broad, and your figure isn't the best. It just emphasizes how ugly you are.
I don't think it's that bad. I tried it on many times before deciding on this dress.
Rachel would have looked great in it. She's beautiful and has a perfect figure. Dresses like that are meant for pretty people.
Again with Rachel. I wish you'd stop talking about her at a time like this. This is hard to tolerate on my wedding day.
But it's a fact that Rachel would look better in it. It's just sad when a below-average, hideous woman tries to dress up. It doesn't make you any cuter. It just looks pathetic. Why don't you go look in the mirror?
Excuse me?
You heard me. You're not fit to wear that dress or marry my brother.
Sophie, I've tried to be patient with you, but this is too much.
You know, I I'm a kinder person than you might think. I heard you were working on yourself for the wedding, so I thought I might accept you as my sister-in-law if you'd become pretty. But you haven't worked hard, and you haven't become cute at all. Besides, David's ex-girlfriend is so much prettier than you. You're not qualified to be our family's bride at all.
Then let's cancel the wedding.
Finally! Get you out of here, you hideous woman. You finally understood your level. What took you so long to give up on marrying someone who's out of your league?
I'm sorry, I've always been slow to make decisions.
Well then, I'm going to contact Rachel right away. I'll tell her the intruder is gone so she can get back together with my brother soon. I'm sure she has been wanting to reconcile with him too.
In that case, I'll pass on the message. I'm returning your cheating brother to you, so before he gets back together and marries him, they better pay me compensation for what they've done to me.
Huh?
The groom betrayed me and cheated with his ex-girlfriend, and I'm sick of being called ugly by his sister every day. I'll cancel this wedding myself.
Wait a minute. What do you mean he cheated with his ex? Were my brother and Rachel back together?
That's right. They've been secretly dating behind my back. They think I haven't found out yet. Sophie, I thought you'd be happy about this, aren't you?
I am happy. It's really strange, though. If he got back together with Rachel, he should have just broken up with you right away. Why did your brother proceed with marrying you? I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Because if we broke up, he couldn't inherit my family's company. Marrying the CEO's daughter means a secure future. He wanted the title of future CEO more than his pretty ex-girlfriend.
What? CEO's daughter? Wait, are you the heiress for my brother's workplace?
That's right. We explained it to your parents during the marriage greeting, but you ended up not showing up. It's not surprising you didn't know. But now the wedding is canceled. The engagement is off too. I'll leave as you wish, and I'll start the divorce proceedings right away.
Wait, Emily, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
It's too late for apologies now, Sophie. The damage is done.
But what about my brother's future? The company?
That's not my problem anymore. He made his choice.
Oh no, wait. Please wait. Stop. Please, don't leave.
David, it's over. I know everything.
Please come back. I absolutely don't want a divorce. Come back and let's have our wedding.
Sophie told me to leave, so I left. I can't go back to the venue now.
I'm really sorry about Sophie. It seems she said a lot of rude things, but I won't let her do that ever again. And I'll explain once more that there's no chance of getting back together with Rachel. I'm telling you, it's true when I say that you're the only one I love.
You don't need to lie to me anymore. Everything about you and Rachel is already out in the open.
Huh?
I've been bothered by what you said before, so I investigated you too until I was satisfied.
What do you mean? What did I say to you before that was bothering you?
The story about Sophie mistaking how I looked from behind for Rachel. You said we had similar vibes, but I couldn't believe that. Even more so after hearing Sophie say we were so different. So I decided to hire a private investigator.
A private investigator? Emily, isn't that a bit extreme?
As you know, I'm a CEO's daughter, so I have money. I had them do a premium investigation plan, and they got perfect evidence of your affair, photos and voice recordings.
Emily, I can explain.
It seems you two were making fun of me a lot, saying, I'm marrying her just for the money. I don't love her at all. Remember? I know what you said. She's ugly. That's why I made her change her hairstyle and clothes to my taste. But that's the best she can do.
How did you find out everything? That was a private conversation between me and Rachel at the hotel where we stayed at. You're invading my privacy.
Your privacy? You're asking me to respect that while you're cheating on your fiancé? That's ridiculous, David.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I promise.
You know, I really liked you, David. That's why I worked hard to become closer to your type. I even grew my hair long because you said you liked longer hair in women. But you only said that because you were trying to replace me with your ex-girlfriend, weren't you? You were in love with her all along instead of me.
Wait, no, Emily. I sincerely apologize for the affair. I'm beyond sorry about it, and I regret it so much. But, you should know that you're the only one I truly love.
How can I believe such words? I'm divorcing you right this moment. I'll report everything that you've done to me to my father right away.
Please don't do that. I'll break up with Rachel as soon as I can, I promise. I just got carried away because things escalated between Rachel and me. We were together for a while. There were some lingering feelings. But I absolutely won't do this again.
That's right. You dated for 6 years. Of course there would be feelings that don't disappear even if you got a new wife. In that case, why don't you just get back together? I won't have any trouble divorcing you.
You may want that, but I don't. Please, Emily, reconsider the divorce.
That's absolutely impossible. Goodbye for the last time. Please contact my lawyer for any future matters.
I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I had no idea that Emily was a daughter of David's company CEO. I apologize for all the disrespectful things I've said.
Well, what's gotten into you? This isn't like the sassy Sophie I know. Are you sick? Did you hit your head or something?
No, it's not that. I truly feel sorry from the bottom of my heart.
It's too late for apologies now. Don't worry about what happened. But hey, isn't it great that David got back together with Rachel? With me out of the picture, they can get married, and you'll finally get that pretty sister-in-law you've always wanted. You must be thrilled.
This isn't great at all. They didn't get back together. They broke up in an instant. The worst part is that both of them are furious with me. David said it's my fault he got divorced. He said it's because of me that his affair was discovered, and he lost his chance at marrying into wealth. I've never seen him so angry before.
What a pathetic man. Lashing out at his younger sister like that?
And Rachel is terrifying when she's angry. She also says it's my fault that their affair was exposed, so I should pay the settlement. She says she's been so kind to me all this time, so I need to take responsibility. I had no idea beautiful people could be so scary when they're furious.
That's what's been happening. I was wondering why the settlement hadn't been paid yet. So, the two have been taking it out on you, huh?
Yup. David is being horrible about the compensation, too. He's telling me to pay his share of the settlement. Please, I'm begging you, forgive them both for the settlement. Otherwise, I'll go bankrupt. I'm so sorry.
You know, Sophie, I'm not just ugly looking like you say I am. I'm also a mean person. So, unfortunately for you, I absolutely won't forgive them.
Don't say that. You're the CEO's daughter, so you must have plenty of money. You don't need to get any money out of this, right?
I'm not asking for money because I want it. I'm demanding it to make them take responsibility for disrespecting me. So I absolutely won't forgive them. And I don't care where the money comes from, so the three of you can figure it out together. Make sure you tell them both to meet the payment deadline without fail. Well, we probably won't see each other again, so take care. Later on, just before the payment deadline, David and his ex-girlfriend Rachel transferred the full settlement amount in one lump sum. I heard that after this, they had a huge fight and decided never to see each other again, even deleting each other's contact information. On top of this, David was told he'd be transferred to a remote location for work. I heard from my father that he quit his job soon after. Rumor has it that he hasn't found a new job and is living as a shut-in at his parents' house. Apparently, David keeps taking money from Sophie's wallet saying, "It's your fault, I lost my job and everything else, so you need to take responsibility." And every time, Sophie replies, "I didn't do anything, it's your fault for cheating." The relationship between them has been destroyed because of everything that happened. In the end, I heard that both of them were kicked out of David's parents' house too.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Zoe, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about today. I didn't think that my mom would be coming over to the house without telling me first.
I was shocked at first, but everything's all right now. I've always wanted to meet with your parents, so this was a great way of finally achieving that. And the timing for this couldn't have been better, right?
But we were finally having ourselves a relaxing date at the house. Recently, the both of us have been so busy that we haven't even had time for a date these past 3 months.
We can set up another date at the house when we have time. Now, as for your mom, when she saw me, did she say anything about how there was a woman in the house? I was worried that when she saw me, she would think I was causing trouble.
Don't worry about her. You being here was a little bit sudden, but so was her coming in, so she understood why things started out so awkwardly. Actually, I'd really like to apologize about my mom. I think that she was a bit rude to you when she came inside.
I can really tell that you have a very powerful mom now.
And you can tell me how you really feel about her. She didn't even introduce herself before she started to talk like you were some sort of stranger. Then she began to berate you with questions about your education and your job. That was like an interview of sorts.
I'm sure she just loves you very much. And that was her, just trying to make sure I was a good fit for you. I'm sure everyone's mom would be asking a billion questions the first time they meet with their son's girlfriend.
But the way she was speaking to you was not okay. And I don't think anyone else's mother talks like that. She just kept asking you about your education, and when you told her you never graduated from high school, she immediately started to treat you differently. Like she no longer had any interest in you or anything, right?
I guess so. But that happens from time to time, so I'm not too worried about it.
I'll make sure to have a talk with my mom about that. But really, I think my parents have always behaved that way towards others, and me talking with her isn't going to change things. They both really care about others' education and act like that is the only way of judging others.
I see. So your dad's the same way?
Hey, Zoe, I hope that this isn't making you second guess. You're not thinking about breaking up with me or anything right now, are you?
What?
I know that I've spoken about this with you before, but I plan to marry you in the future, and that's why we're together now. So I was just thinking, well, if you're worried about how my parents behave, then maybe you'll be worried about our marriage as well. Now I'm getting a bit worried that you're going to want to break up with me soon.
Don't worry about a thing, Casper. I trust that the next time your mom or dad act out in a way that would upset me, you'll tell them off and keep me safe, right?
Absolutely. Now I'm going to talk with my mom and make sure to warn her about that kind of behavior. Once again, I am really sorry about what happened today. As a way of showing how sorry I am, the next date we take, we're going to a place of your choosing.
Thank you very much. I'll be looking forward to when the next date is.
Don't you ever come to this house again, you uneducated lowlife. There is no way in hell someone with the likes of you will become my son's wife.
Is this really Casper's dad now that I'm talking to?
I hope that having all of that water poured over you will make you think twice about dating someone of our class. But just to make sure you've learned your lesson, I got your phone number from my son and I'm texting you now. So have you learned? If so, I want you to end things with my son right now. There were plenty of better women out there that will make amazing wives for my son.
Could you please hold on for 1 minute? You just came out of nowhere and dumped a whole bucket of water on my head. And now you're not even going to attempt to say sorry for that? And you're going to go on about how I should break up with Casper, like he has no say in it at all?
If you've already forgotten, I'm his father. So what I say goes when it comes to him. And what I'm saying is that you'll break up with him. I am the man of this house and everything here is under my rule. And when it comes to my son's wife, I'm the one who gets to choose. So when it comes to an uneducated lowlife, high school dropout like yourself, you're out.
Did you just call me uneducated and a lowlife?
Who else would I be calling that right now? I cannot believe my son chose to be with the least acceptable woman possible. You really did it this time, thinking you could become a part of my family. It was only natural for you to be drenched in water like that.
Excuse me?
And guess what I heard from my wife? She told me that not only are you a high school dropout, but you were raised by a single parent, your mother. Not having a man in the house to make all of the money for you guys means that your mother is poor, and so are you. That's why you had to drop out of high school and go to work with her.
Yes, at that time, my family didn't have very much money, and times were a bit tough for us. But that only happened because my dad ended up losing his life in a car accident and left my mom devastated. When that happened, I had no choice but to leave high school. But after a month or so, my mom got herself back together with me, and we both started to try our hardest. We both began to make enough money to become free again and happy with our lives.
And I'm sure two women trying their hardest is only half of what a modest man could do. I knew everything the moment I saw you come to our house today. We're leagues better than your sad family, and that means you mean nothing to us.
You have no idea what you're talking about right now. How could you tell me what my family is like, based off of only seeing me for a little bit?
How dare you talk back to me, you lowlife? Are you done yet? Casper is the man I raised with all my time and money, making him my treasure. I made sure from a toddler that he went to the best schools and trained with the best coaches. Because of that, he was able to get into a very prestigious university and is now working at a company far superior to the one I work for, making Casper a man I can have huge amounts of pride in. And if my son married a low-life woman like you, then all of the time and effort and money that I put into it would be a waste. So you guys getting married is not gonna happen.
I am neither a lowlife or uneducated. If you want proof of that, then ask about where he and I first met. That was at his workplace. And ever since then, things between him and I have been going so well.
What was that?
I am working for the same company as Casper. That's where he and I first met, and where we decided that we wanted to get married someday.
Do not lie to me. That is the company my son was finally able to be employed by. And there was no way a company as large as that would be willing to hire a high school dropout.
The reason I made it this far is because I didn't want my mom to suffer after my dad passed away. And so I joined her to ease the pain. I was able to prove myself in the working world, and that landed me here, in this company. I've gone to 3 different companies now, slowly but surely moving my way up to this one. That's why even though I never graduated from high school, I can work for a company as great as this one now.
No way. A lowlife like you is working in the same company as my son? Now that you're in there, that company's image has suffered, and so has my son's.
And if you'd really like to hear about the cherry on top, I've been progressing within the company faster than Casper has. So please, stop judging me based off of my educational history alone.
Did you just say that a lowlife like yourself has been progressing faster than my son in that company? I am not going to just sit here listening to your BS any longer. I bet you used your ways as a woman to move up in that company. You probably used your body to convince the higher-ups.
What?
The only thing a stupid, uneducated woman like you can do is use your body to flirt with men. That's why you're in a position higher than my son's.
I would never, ever do something like that. I actually happen to have some self-respect, all right? Now you need to stop talking to me like that, or else I'm going to get Casper involved.
Nope. I know for a fact that's what you did to move into a higher position. There was no other way a lowlife like you could have moved up in a company quicker than my son. I knew it. You uneducated dogs who grew up in such moneyless households are only good at one thing, and that's manipulating men by using your bodies. I'm sure that's how you got my son to fall for you as well, right?
Excuse me?
I say that because my son is my pride. I happen to work for a large company myself, and have made it so far that I am now a part of the company's leadership. And when it comes to my wife, she graduated from university as well, and is now a housewife part-timing as a piano teacher. Casper is the son of 2 very powerful members of this society, and there's no way someone from the depths like you will be able to enter it.
You are wrong. He was the one that asked me out first after working together for a little bit, and that's how things started. I never manipulated him into going out with me, and I never will.
I already know you're lying about that, so I'm ignoring you. Coming from a household where you never had a father means that you've never had any money. And I will not allow such an uncultured lowlife have her way with my son in order to get closer to his family's wealth.
Huh?
I'm telling you this one last time. Break up with my son right now. Then you can go back to living in the depths of this world like the rest of your kind. The only thing someone like you will be doing by marrying my son is embarrassing yourself and your mother. I'd love to see who your mother is now, since I've already had the misfortune of seeing you.
Tomorrow, I'll be waiting in the CEO's office for you. My daughter just came home crying and drenched in ice-cold water. I asked her what happened, and she showed me all the horrible things you've told her on her phone. You think of yourself as someone else's father when you talk like that? Are you even old enough to have a child when you act like that?
So this is the mother of the little brat. Have you read everything over? The reason that your daughter came home crying like a little baby is because of you. Because you never raised her in a decent household. She has to cry because she'll never have a good life.
What was that?
I knew it all along that households with little to no money have no means of raising decent children. Now go tell your daughter that everything's not going to be fine, but she's going to have to get used to living life on the bottom rung of society. I don't want her thinking she can ever be married to the son of a wealthy family ever again.
I would like you to meet with me first, before you decide to make such a baseless claim that I have no money and am a horrible mother. Like I was saying, tomorrow when you come into work, you come right to the CEO's office, and we'll have a long talk about your childish behavior. And I want you in there immediately, once you've come through the front doors.
What was that?
As not only a manager within my company, but also one of the longest working employees I've had, you know where my office is and how to get there quickly, correct?
Wait, one of your longest working employees? What?
How wonderful it is to talk with you outside of the workplace today, Wayne. I just never thought that this would be one of the ways I'd be hearing from one of my employees outside of the office. This is my first time in my career as a CEO where I've had to deal with someone like you.
Yo, the CEO? What? You can't actually be my CEO, Christine Streeter, right?
Would it be a problem for you right now if this was your CEO talking to you?
Ah!
And from what I can tell, you took very good care of my daughter today. You went and poured a bucket of freezing cold water all over my daughter's head. I've never heard of someone treating anyone like that before.
You're kidding me. What the hell is going on here? Why are things like this now?
Well, you will be able to figure out if this is all a lie or not when you meet me in my office tomorrow morning. You did say that you wanted to meet my daughter's mother, right? Well, you'll have your desired chance tomorrow, Wayne. And hopefully, after you've seen me, you'll have had your eyes opened wide to reality.
No, wait,
And after I've opened your eyes to the truth, you and I are going to talk. And I'm going to tell you everything about my daughter and my situation. Then, you can explain to me why you did such a thing to her, and why you think we're both lowlifes. I would like it if you can explain all of this to me in the simplest way possible, so as not to waste my time.
What?
I understand that my daughter never finished high school, and I blame myself for that at times, because I was destroyed by my husband's sudden death, and had a very hard time getting my life back together. But after building up my small company, I've made it very clear to this world that I'm not giving up, and neither is Zoe. Through my company, with the help of my daughter, I was able to make all the money I needed to pay off my husband's funeral and raise my daughter to the best of my abilities. Now you tell me, from all the help my daughter has given me that allowed me to get here, what about her is so bad and unworthy of you?
You have it all wrong, Christine. I never said anything about her being unworthy and not liking her.
I am not going to be lied to by you, Wayne. Just a second ago, you were going on about her education and lack of a fatherly figure in her teens, making her a lowlife, and that she cannot marry your son because of it.
That was just...
I raised my daughter as the most important person in my life, and made sure to be very strict with her so that she would be able to succeed in life. Nothing about my girl is embarrassing either. She has been raised to live her life as a respectable woman and would never do the things you assume she did to get into the position she's in now. She is my pride and joy, and I will not have one of my employees treating her the way that you have. I'm going to make sure that tomorrow you tell me everything you don't like about her to my face, and then I'll figure out what to do about you. And I will not listen to any excuses from you.
Christine, you have this all wrong, okay? Could you please calm down for me right now? I was never making fun of your daughter, and I never would.
Then why did she come home drenched in water and crying? I don't think you should be saying that to me now, after you went and did such a horrendous thing to another person's daughter.
No, wait.
I am looking forward to tomorrow's meeting very much, Wayne. And if you try running or hiding from me, you can kiss your job goodbye.
I can't believe your mom of all people was my dad's CEO. I can never imagine this happening.
I didn't really know about the details either, until my mom started to explain them to me. She only figured things out because I brought your dad's business card home with me after he threw it in my face, telling me to have my mom give him a call so that he could go and see her face. I mean, I could tell he worked for her company when I looked at the card, but I wasn't too sure until my mom told me.
So that's how things unfolded into this.
Are you doing all right? I mean, this is all so freaking crazy, right? Your dad's boss has turned out to be my mom?
I don't find any of this that crazy, actually. I was shocked at first, but now that I know your mom's not only a CEO, but my dad's CEO, I've gained a new form of respect for her and you. I mean, I always respected her, but now my feelings are even greater. When I heard she had her own company, I finally felt as though my dad would have no more excuses for why you couldn't marry me.
I'm happy to hear that then. And thank you, Casper.
I want to know now, actually, whether or not your mom is against me marrying you now or not. I'm sure that she would never want her daughter to marry a guy with a toxic dad like mine.
That's not true at all. She told me we can do whatever we want and won't comment about any of it. If anything, after what happened this time, she wants you and I to get married more than ever.
What?
Something about how you were raised in their ways, but knew their ways were wrong and were able to break yourself free from them.
That's very kind of her to say that about me, but I'm so happy to hear that she's okay with me marrying you still. I guess when things have calmed down, I'll come out to see your mom again and we can talk more about our plans together.
Sounds good. She really wants to see you and has been waiting patiently for the right chance to talk about what's in store for us after marriage. Now, I'll talk with you later, okay?
Zoe, I am so sorry about what happened between us last week. Seems that my wife told me a few things that just were not true about you, huh? Because of her, I treated you a little bit too harshly, and for that I'm sorry.
What?
My wife has a bit of a hard head on her. She's the kind of woman who goes right to judging people based on their education and how they were raised. So because of that, she just assumed that you were a lowlife and told me to think of you that way as well. That's what I was told by her to believe. That's why I ended up being so rude to you, without even thinking of the person you might actually be. This was all a big mistake, and because of my wife.
Are you not embarrassed to still be acting like a spoiled little brat right now? You were the one that chose to judge me based off my education yourself, Wayne.
Hey, don't say something so cold about me. I am finally going to allow you to marry my son now, alright?
What?
My son did a really wonderful job choosing you as the woman to become his wife. And as for you, great job letting my son become your special man. I knew the eyes of a CEO's daughter would understand just how important Casper's family is. Having chosen my son out of all the men in town, I am very pleased. I'm so happy now that I'll never tell you to leave my son and find someone else.
It's almost sickening to see how quickly your behavior changed after my mom had her way with you. Especially after how last week went, and all those comments about how you wanted me to leave your son at once.
All of that was just a small joke, all right? Now, are you really going to allow my son to become a part of your family, and perhaps the next in line to take your mother's seat at that company? I learned about this from the CEO, but it seems she only ever gave birth to you, which means it must be difficult for her to decide who to give her company to next, right?
Excuse me?
So, if you're allowing my son to join your family, then that means she'll have the perfect option for who to give her company to. Because of the way I raised him, my son has become far superior to every other man his age and will do wonders for the company. He is the perfect man to become the next CEO of the company, I think.
Would you shut your mouth right now and stop embarrassing me with all that pathetic slander, Dad? I'm already ashamed to be the son of some toxic man like yourself.
What? You just called me Dad. Is that you, Casper?
I just met up with Zoe a couple of minutes ago, after her and I went to go and talk with her mom. We were all having a chat at one of the cafes downtown a little bit ago, which made me very happy. Yet now I'm having to learn about what you said to Zoe today, and I feel sick to my stomach.
Oh! So that really is you, Casper. Great work. I'm sure today you spoke with Zoe's mom about taking over her company? How did it go? She's going to let you marry her daughter and be next in line, right? I always knew you'd be a CEO someday.
She's allowing me to marry Zoe, but I'm not going to take over her company someday, and I don't want to. Actually, all I wanted to talk with her about today is how, after Zoe and I get married, I'm cutting ties to you and Mom.
What? What was that? Cutting ties to us? You're going to throw the both of us away?
I've had enough. It's the way you both judge people based off their education and income. And I just can't call you my dad anymore with the way you always lie about having raised me so well.
What do you mean by that? I have done a fantastic job raising you as your father, and as the man of this house. How dare you say such things about the man that made you the way you are, and as wealthy as you are?
All you freaking did was bully the hell out of me and ruin my mental health for years. I don't even remember a single time where you treated me as your son, and not as some object you could brag about.
Excuse me?
Forcing me to study and do sports that I never wanted to do? Controlling who my friends were and who I could date? I never even had time to make friends most of the time because I was too busy being yelled at by you and forced to go to cram school. Sure, you praise me sometimes for what I do, but none of those things were what I wanted. And it wasn't even you praising my efforts, but praising me for following your direction so well. Whenever I'd score 100 on a test, it was always about how well you taught me. But whenever I messed up and scored low or forget something, you blamed me and said I wasn't your son. You're not my dad, and you sure as hell never will be now.
The hell do you think you are? It was because of me that you got to go to that amazing university, and it is such a powerful company.
All of that was because of my own efforts. Sure, you paid for me to go to university, but I'll hand you all that money back now. And once I have, don't you ever talk to me again. The moment Zoe and I have handed in our marriage papers, I'm done calling you my family.
Don't you play games with me? You think I'm going to allow you to cut ties to us? Do you have any idea what those in our neighborhood would think of me if they found out my son left me?
I hope they think of you as the worst man ever, who couldn't even raise a single child because he was too busy boasting about himself. I hope they tell you to your face that you're a failure of a father for letting such a good child get away. I hope they all cuss your name.
What?
Once I've married Zoe, I'll let you know. Then after that, you will be nothing but strangers. And if you even once dare to come looking for us or even try calling or texting me, I'm telling Zoe's mom and we'll have her deal with you again.
After all of that, Casper and I were able to get married with no other hiccups occurring. And then, when it came to our wedding, we made sure not to invite either of his parents, and even added them to our blacklist. However, both of his parents tried so hard to make sure nobody ever found out about how he cut ties with the both of them. And they would go around to all of the people in the neighborhood, telling them about how their son would be marrying the daughter of a CEO while bragging. But before anyone could fully believe their words, our wedding happened. And there, Casper told all of the guests that he was no longer related to his parents and would not talk to them anymore. Because of that, those in his parents' neighborhood soon learned of what happened too. And then grew the shame in his parents' home. Also, with the help of my mom keeping a closer eye on him, Wayne became a lot more quiet in the office and never said anything about anyone. And when it came to the piano class that Casper's mom had been teaching, people found out about how she was charging parents for their kids based off of how much they made. So after everyone learned that, all of her students began to drop like flies, and soon her classes were ended for good.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Congratulations on having your baby, Bailey. I heard you had your baby just this morning.
Thank you, Davis. I ended up giving birth to a cute baby girl. Now I need to start doing my best to raise my first ever child.
I love to see that you're excited to raise her, but just make sure not to get carried away or anything. If you ever find yourself needing some help, please don't be afraid to ask. We would love to look after your daughter whenever you need us.
Wait, are you sure that's alright?
Of course. My wife Hadley has a bunch of free time being a housewife now. So you can rely on her anytime you want, since she's really got nothing better to do with most of her time. Just let me know when you'd like to have us come and get your girl.
What? So it's not going to be you looking after my daughter if I asked for help?
That's what women like to do, and Hadley are for. So please, leave all of that up to my wife to handle.
I guess I'll have to think about that some, but thank you for the offer, Davis.
Hey, you don't have to hold back from asking for our help now. I like to think this is the job of the older brother and his wife, so please use us when you need some time away from baby duty. We would be more than happy to take your daughter off your hands when you need it.
What do you mean you like to think that the job of the older brother and his wife?
Actually, I have something I'm a bit worried about right now. I would really like for us both to have kids as soon as well, but Hadley's telling me that she doesn't want to have any after all.
Is that right?
How can she not want to have kids when she's a woman? That's kind of why I'm pushing so hard for you to let us watch after your daughter when you need time to relax. I think by having to watch after your daughter some, she'll start to think about having a baby or two herself.
Wait, Davis, that's all a little bit messy, don't you think?
What? How is any of that messy?
It's a little bit crazy of you to think that you can just force someone who doesn't really want kids to take care of someone else's kids. I really don't think that's a good idea for anyone involved, especially my daughter. And I think doing something like that to Haldy might only make things worse between you two.
I have spoken to her time and time about kids, but every time she just says no. This is my last option, and I plan to use it. I have to force her to see just how much fun it can be to be a mother. Also, it would be a major help for you to have someone you can rely on to watch your kids, right?
It sure would be a help to me.
And this will be good practice for her so that she's ready when someday she has kids. You'll be helping us all while we're helping you. That right there is the perfect win-win solution.
Well, I'll have to take some time to think about all that, okay? I wouldn't want to complicate things any more than they already are, especially since Haldy has already been a bit distant from the rest of the family, right? The last time I even saw her was back at your guys' wedding, which was ages ago now. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'd want her looking after my daughter until I've got a little bit closer to her.
You don't have to worry about that. I think with the help of you and your daughter, we will be fixing her issue of staying distance from the family. Now, you just remember to give me a call or text when you're ready to have us get your kid.
Hey, Bailey, you think that by doing this, you're going to make me want to have kids of my own? If that's the case, then both you and your brother are complete idiots.
Huh? What? Hadley?
Every single day you're leaving your kids in front of my house. I'm tired of being your babysitter. Having you all do this to me is having the opposite. It makes me 100% not want to have any kids.
I'm leaving my kid in front of your house?
Where the hell are you even going all the time? You think you can just run off and have fun when your baby is only 6 months old? Is that the type of thing a new mother does? I'm thinking that you're not cut out to be a mother.
Hold on a second, Hadley. Can you please calm down for me? I really have no idea what you're going on about right now.
Huh? You've already caused me this much trouble, and that's how you're going to react to me? Do you actually think that that's what you're doing is okay?
Would you please just take a minute to calm down? I can see that someone is making you take care of their kid, and that's what's troubling you a lot. I'm not the one forcing you to take care of my daughter.
I'm not playing around right now. You have already been leaving your kids with me for months now, so you have no right saying that to me. If you want to keep on telling me to calm down, then give me your dang excuses first. Oh wait, I already know why you're leaving your kids here every day. You're trying to force me to want kids of my own, right? I'm going to need a better excuse than that, though.
I'm sorry that you're so upset right now, but I'm not the one leaving my girl here.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna give you an earful now. What you have been doing to me is nothing less than a complete pain in my butt. I don't care that you have a kid that needs to be taken care of. I don't want them. And if this is really about making me want to have kids of my own, it's not working. I'm the one that gets to decide if I want to become pregnant and give birth, not you guys. So you and everyone else stay out of my business.
Could you please just calm down, Hadley? I would love to listen to everything you have to say, but you need to calm down a little bit first.
You might have the time to sit around and listen to everything, but I'm the one that wants to sleep. It's because of these 2 dang twins that you're always leaving here that I'm never able to get any sleep and always have to do the chores. And it's not like you come and get them before bedtime anyways, so anytime I get to do some shut-eye, I'm woken up to one of them crying in the middle of the night.
Wait, twins?
And the most frustrating thing of all is that you come to get your brats just before my husband gets home. Because of that, he never believes any of the things I tell him, because he can't witness it with his own eyes. I never knew that you, Bailey, were that much of a selfish and scheming witch.
Hadley, did you just say you're having to take care of twins?
Shut up and listen to my final freaking warning to you!
What?
Are you ready? Don't you ever leave your kids at my house again. I don't want to have any kids, and I sure as hell don't want to take care of someone else's kids either. The fact that I've had to watch after twins for months now already has forced me into living in hell. If you understand what I'm saying, then you get over here and right now and take these brats away.
Hey Bailey, you've really gone and done it now, forcing us to take care of your kids again.
What?
Hadley already told you this before. She didn't want you dropping off your twins over here anymore. Yet you went ahead and did it again without even bothering to ask first.
Davis, about what happened between Hadley and I the other day.
I don't want to hear your excuses anymore. I get that I told you before that we'd watch after your kids anytime you wanted. But put a little freaking thought into what you're doing. You thought that meant you could just leave your kids at my house day after day for months? And this time, it's been a whole freaking week of you dropping them off here. I've had enough.
A whole week of it?
Hey now, cut it out with that BS. Are you not even able to read time anymore? It's been a week now since you were told to stop leaving the twins here, yet you have continued to force us to take them for a whole week since that warning. A whole entire week. What the hell do you think you're doing, Bailey?
I actually want to know if you're actually going to listen to what I have to say here. So far, I have not once left my kid over at your house.
How much of a stubborn asshole are you? Your kids are at our house right now, and yet you still going to say things like that? It's because of you that our marriage is on the brink of collapsing.
What was that?
I wanted to make Haiti want to have kids, but now she's asking for a divorce. If having to raise kids is this much work, we don't need to have them anymore. And she's even told me now that she'll never have them. What the hell have you done here? Because of you, my family has been ruined.
And I'm telling you that if you don't want to lose your wife, you have to listen to me. I get that you both tried of having to take one of those kids all the time and raise them.
Then you get your ass over here right now and take them back. I'm not listening to anything else you have to say to me until these kids are gone. Who the hell do you think you are, forcing your older brother and his wife to take care of your twins every single day? Stop ruining my relationship with my very important wife. Get your kids now.
I only have one child, Davis.
Huh?
I just said I only have one freaking child. I never had any twins, and you knew that yourself before you started to go off to the deep end there.
What? What the actual hell are you going on about now?
That's what I'm trying to ask you, dumbass. I have not been leaving my daughter at your place to be taken care of. And I only have one child who is in this house with me right now. I have been saying this whole time now.
What? Now that you mentioned it, I never did hear anything about you having twins. You have been saying you had a girl, right?
That's right. I told you I gave birth to a cute baby girl. Hence, why I've been saying I don't know what you guys are talking about and why you say I have twins.
What? Then who the hell kids are these? Who the hell is leaving their twins with us all the time?
I have no freaking clue. How about you ask your impatient wife then instead of me?
I did ask her, and she said the kids came from you. She told me that one day the doorbell went off, and at the door were two twins that had been left there, and a note. And on that note, all it said was, "Thanks for the help."
Thanks for the help?
That's why these kids are yours, right? At least they're supposed to be. What is this about you only having one girl again? This past week, it's been because of these twins that we've never been able to get any sleep here. I haven't been able to even think because of them.
You have got to be kidding me, Davis. There has to be someone you know who had twins and would be willing to give them to you and Hadley to take care of them.
What?
The other day, I got those texts from Hadley about the kids. I asked her to send me pictures of them. And after she sent me the pictures, I could see that both of them had faces exactly like yours, especially their eyes. I think what you should be asking yourself isn't whether or not those kids are mine, but whether or not those kids are yours. Because to me, they look a whole lot like you, alright?
Now that you say that, they do both resemble me, and even have moles in the same places I do. But there's no way they're...
You give that woman of yours a call right now. You find out right now what the hell has been going on and what happened that ended up causing you to get her pregnant.
No, wait. What are you saying? There's no woman I'm thinking about right now. I've never cheated on Hadley before. I would never.
I'm not here to listen to your excuses, Davis.
What?
You had a wife, yet you went and cheated on her like a jackass you are. And you not just cheated, but had kids with other women as well. Then you got her involved in the worst way possible. I cannot believe that this is happening, and I'm ashamed to have you as my brother.
I'm asking you to please listen to me. I'm serious when I say that I never cheated on Hadley. I'm sure that this is just a coincidence and that these kids are from another man that looks just like me.
So you're going to do everything you can to not confess, I see. Then I guess I have no choice but to call that woman myself.
What?
There's only one maternity clinic in this town that I'm aware of, alright? So I came to know the faces of those who were pregnant around me at the same time as me. Since we always ran into one another there, and luckily I remember a woman that was pregnant there with twins.
You're lying, right? You don't remember anything.
I'm sure after explaining all this to the doctor and staff there, they'll be willing to get me in touch with her. And if that's not possible, I can wait outside that clinic for her. The next time she has to get a checkup there. When that time comes, I'll be more than glad to spark up a good conversation with her.
What?
I met her a few times before, and her name was Kennedy, right? She was always there whenever I went in, and we talked enough times that I can remember her face. And that story of hers, bless her heart. My man is actually already married, so I'm going to become a single mother and raise these twins he gave me. She was always telling everyone in the waiting room that story.
Huh? She was spilling all of that?
I think I'm going to have to rescue Hadley from all you've gotten her into now. I feel so bad for her because she's had to take care of my kids, but the kids of the woman her husband has been cheating on.
What? Wait, Bailey. If you take Hadley away from me, what'll happen to the twins?
Huh? Those kids are your freaking kids, so you take care of them with that whore of yours instead. I'm not letting you hurt poor Hadley anymore, and you already have screwed up, asshat. Bailey, I just got out of the house. I'm getting in a taxi right now, and we'll be arriving at your place in around 30 minutes. Understood. I'm really sorry about everything Davis did to you. You have a lot to calm down from now, so once you get here, please take it easy. Thank you, Bailey. I feel really bad, though, after all the rude things I said to you before. The fact that you're still being so kind and accepting of me shows you have such an open heart. You don't have to worry about what happened then. You were forced to take care of two twins without even being told what was going on for how long you've had to done that for. And it's not like you've ever had to raise kids of your own before, so I completely understand you burning out and getting frustrated at everyone. It's not just that, though. I have never been very close to you or any of the family. The fact that you're still being so kind to me is devastating in a way. I feel that I don't deserve any of this from you. You were never a problem of anything for my family, though. And you didn't get married to Davis all that long ago, I suppose, so it was going to take time for you to get used to us. Honestly, I was quite content with the distant relationship we had. I never hated you or anything for it, and was always going to be here for you if you needed anything. Oh no, I'm going to cry hearing that from you. It's been so long since I was last treated with some sort of kindness. Are you going to be okay? I was at my limits with so many things here. Because of Davis and his twins, we were getting into fights every single day. And no matter how often I told him that I was completely burnt out and felt like dying, he did nothing for me. Hadley, the only thing that came out of his dang mouth was him wanting kids. I wanted to have kids with him from the very start of our marriage, though. But for some reason, even without any evidence, I could tell that he was cheating on me. So I wanted to wait and see if my gut feeling was right before having any kids. But that only made him more and more upset. Recently, all he'd say to me was that I was a failure of a woman, and that he messed up by marrying me. What? He was saying all that crap to you as well? But I never wanted to believe that he would really be cheating on me. I'm so glad that I never caved in the end and had kids with him. No kidding. When you get here, please take as long as you need to rest and get all your energy and sanity back. I say that, but we do have a little girl here right now, so it's a pretty hectic household. But you don't have to do anything for her, so please just tend to yourself. I feel bad about doing that, though. You guys are letting me live here for a bit, so the least I can do is help with chores. Then how about instead of the chores and caring for my daughter, just take some pictures? What? You want me to take some pictures? My husband and I have been working so busy, and with our daughter and work, that we have zero time to take pictures. We would love to have a lot of pictures of us to look at in the future, but we've had no time to take any. So if you're able to start taking some pictures of us, that would be amazing. If that's what you really want, then leave it to me. As a hobby, I really enjoy doing some photography, actually. Oh my gosh, no way! It would make me so happy to have you taking pictures of us all the time then. You could even take my husband and I out for a photo shoot sometimes. Please, take whatever kinds of picture you want for us, and have fun!
What am I going to do, Bailey? The mother of those two, she's the woman I was with.
So you're gonna talk with me right now again, huh? Well, thank you for finally confessing to what you've done.
I never thought she'd hide getting pregnant from me and then give birth to twins. What am I supposed to do here?
Huh? You know what the hell you have to do now?
I do. Are you going to tell me that I have to take those twins now? I have a wife. I still have Hadley with me. Are you telling me to take her kids and raise them together with my wife?
No, I'm saying that your secret woman and you will be raising those kids. I'm no longer your wife anymore, so have fun with them.
What?
Hey, Davis, I had a good night's of rest to think about what I'm going to do with you, and my choice is that I'm divorcing you.
What? Is that really you, Hadley? And you want a divorce? No way you want one, right?
I'm not willing to live with someone who finds it okay to cheat anymore, and I'm not going to make any kids with someone like that either. So please, leave me.
Well, wait a second, Hadley. That wasn't me cheating. I just got a little too drunk then. I never cared for her the way I care for you. You're the only woman I love. If I can't have kids with you, then I don't want kids at all.
You're really going to say that when you have to take care of your twins now? They have your blood in them, and they are your responsibility, Davis. And you're saying something as heartless as that? Even if you're not aware of it, you've already have kids you've been wanting. Now as their father, get yourself together and take care of them. I'll give you the gift of a divorce, so go ahead and marry that woman now.
I don't want that though, Hadley. Please don't throw me away like that. I don't even need to have kids with you now. As long as I'm with you, I'll be completely okay.
But I won't be. I can't trust or believe in you anymore after what you've done. You and I will never end up having a marriage like Bailey has with her husband.
What?
It only took me one night of me being with her and her husband to realize this. They both put equal amounts of effort into raising their daughter. And while doing that, they both listened to one another and grow together. I could never see a future like that married to you.
You can't say that for sure. I won't cheat on you anymore, okay?
If you're going to say things like that now, then why did you even go through with cheating on me in the first place? Be ready for the settlement that I will ask for later from you and that woman. If you really feel sorry for what you've done to me, then you'll be more than happy to pay me every cent that I ask for.
What? You're going to ask for a settlement from me now, too? I've already told you so many times now that I don't want this divorce.
I don't care what you want and don't want, Davis. You cheated on me, and then let your woman force her children onto me. Now, if you have anything else you'd like to say to me, please go through my lawyer. I'm blocking your number now!
What?
Goodbye now. I hope you do your very best raising those two cute twins of yours and never say anything heartless like you said to me about them ever again. Hadley and Davis got divorced, and in said divorce, Hadley was able to get a settlement from both him and the woman he cheated on her with. And in that settlement, Davis ended up losing pretty much all of his savings and everything. Davis then went and took responsibilities for his actions and got married to the woman he had twins with. However, this did not sit well with either of his parents, and so his dad told him he would no longer be considered their son, and his twins would not be their grandchildren right before they cut ties with him. Davis's new wife then told him not too long after that she did all the hard work of having the twins, so he'd have to be the one to take care of and raise them, which means that now she does nothing but go out and play while leaving Davis at home to take care of their kids. This then led to Davis having to take a lot of time off work, which ended talks about a promotion he was supposed to get and a transfer into a much smaller department. Now, as for what happened with Hadley after the divorce, she moved out of my house and into a place of her own. She still comes over a lot to see us, and because she became good friends with my daughter, she's become a lot more fond of kids now, and is even thinking about going back to school to become a preschool teacher.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
I have some big news, Nicole. Jasmine is going to get married.
OMG, really? I didn't even know she was dating someone.
Me neither. I'm so surprised. Also, guess what? Her fiancé is the CEO's son of a big company.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? So there is something that I want to ask you. Can you send me $5,000 every month, starting from this month?
Are you serious? Hell no.
Well, can you do something about it? Come on, please. Jasmine is going to be marrying someone rich, so I need to live like them.
What are you talking about? Live like them. Be yourself. You don't need to change.
I'm doing this for her. What if her fiancé finds out that I'm poor? There might be a chance that she will be dumped.
That'll not happen. Plus, you're not poor. I send you $2,000 every month. You should have no problem.
$2,000 is not enough. To be honest, I want more.
Are you for real?
Yes, but you decided to say no. Wow, you are such a terrible daughter.
Mom, I'm doing everything that I can to send you money. I'm sorry, but I can't send you more than $2,000. If you think it's not enough, then why don't you work? You're still young, so I'm pretty sure that you can find somewhere.
Are you kidding me? Do you know what I went through? Your father died in a car accident, leaving me with you two, so I needed to work my ass off to feed both of you. Are you seriously going to make me work again?
I really appreciate you raising us by yourself, but as I said, please understand that I'm doing everything I can to send you money. But you're saying to send you more. Really?
Excuse me?
I started to work right after high school, and I've been sending you money ever since because you told me that you didn't want to work anymore. $2,000 is not enough. Send me more. Are you kidding me?
If you love me, you should have no problem sending me $5,000, you know. How about finding a side job?
What?
Do you have a problem? If you do, then I don't need you in my life anymore. I think you do. So I will cut ties with you. Don't ever contact me or Jasmine, okay?
Wait, what do you mean cut ties?
I don't need a daughter who can send me the amount that I want, so I'm going to ask Jasmine from now on. She's going to be rich and probably will let me join her celebrity lifestyle because she's nice.
I told you that I'll be sending you money, so don't involve her into this.
But you just told me that you can't send me money, so I'm going to ask her.
Wow.
She is going to be rich, so she probably will have no problem with $5,000. Oh my god, what if she sends me $10,000?
2 hours later.
Nicole, I just heard from Mom that you were sending her $2,000 every month. Is this true? I didn't know about this and also the fact that Mom quit her job.
Hi, Jasmine. Oh, Mom called you, huh?
Yeah, I just talked to her. She told me that the $2,000 that you were sending her was from me also. Why didn't you tell me? $2,000 is quite a lot of money.
I know, but I didn't want you to struggle, so... You're very smart, unlike me, so I wanted you to go to college, even though Mom wanted you to work after graduating high school. So I promised her that I'll send her money every month.
Oh, wow. I wish you told me about this earlier so I could have helped you. I was using my salary for whatever I want.
Don't worry about it. I'm the older sister, so I'll deal with Mom.
No, please, let me help. I will send money to Mom from now on.
What?
It's your time to spend your salary on whatever you want. Don't hide anything anymore from me, okay? I have no problem with sending Mom $2,000 from this month, so leave it up to me.
Wait, don't send it to her. She'll say $2,000 at first, but she'll definitely ask for more. Probably end up being a big amount, so ignore her, okay? I don't want you to have a hard time.
See? This is what I don't like about you. You always work too hard to protect me. Do you remember when we were little? Mom took her anger out on us. You were there to protect me, and even moved me secretly next door and took all of Mom's yelling by yourself.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm an adult now, so you don't need to protect me anymore. That's why I will send money to Mom. Don't worry, I have something planned.
What's the plan?
You'll see.
2 weeks later.
Oh, Jasmine is such a wonderful daughter, unlike you. When I asked her to send me $2,000, she said, sure, and even told me that 3 grand is okay. It feels nice having a daughter marrying a rich man.
Good to hear, but is it okay for you to receive that much?
What do you mean if it's okay? Of course, it's fine. I don't know what you are worried about, but I sent you a message to tell you the last goodbye.
What?
From now on, I will be relying on Jasmine and her husband, so I don't need you in my life anymore.
Telling me twice means that you're serious, right? But why do you need to cut ties with me, though? Did I do something?
If I become a celebrity, the neighbors will think that I abandoned you and think I'm the bad guy. I bragged to the neighbors that you were the one that wanted to help me and sent me 2 grand every month because I quit my job. If they found out the truth, they will give me the cold shoulder.
Did you seriously tell them that? They don't know that you're the one that asked me.
Yeah, so that's why I don't want to see you, nor want you to come back home.
Excuse me?
Don't worry. If they ask me about you, I will tell them that you married someone and living peacefully somewhere, so everyone will forget about you. If they do, I don't need to worry about anything anymore, so I can live a celebrity life. Am I a genius or what?
Yeah, looks like you only think about yourself.
Thank you for sending me money every month, but I don't need you anymore. I will be a celebrity, so why don't you go somewhere else?
You didn't hear anything from Jasmine?
What do you mean?
A mum of a celebrity, huh? I don't think you can live like how you want to live.
What? Why? Jasmine is going to marry a rich man and be a celebrity.
But don't you need to take care of twins?
Twins?
Yeah, her fiancé's kids.
Wait, what do you mean kids? Jasmine has kids with him already?
No, the kids are from his previous marriage. You seriously didn't hear about this?
Wait, he was married before?
Yes, he divorced once. He got married 5 years ago and divorced 3 years ago. I think it's because his ex had a shopping addiction. When she heard about him getting remarried to Jasmine, she suddenly came and told both of them to take care of the twins.
Are you serious?
Also, he might not be the father, so they did a DNA test and are waiting for the results. Until then, they decided to take care of the twins. So this is when you come into the picture. Looks like they're going to be asking you to take care of them.
Jasmine never told me about this.
Oh, really? Didn't she tell you that she'll be sending you 3 grand every month for babysitting the twins?
What? That's what the 3 grand was for? It wasn't for free?
It's been a while since you raised kids, right? You raised us, so you should be okay. Glad you found a good paying job. I guess I'll go now. I'll cut ties and never go back home since you said so. Good luck living a celebrity life taking care of twins. An hour later.
Oh my god. Guess what? I just got a call from Mom and she was so pissed off and said that she didn't hear anything about taking care of the twins. But I did tell her. It's her fault because she was too focused on the 3 grand.
Wow. What's going to happen, though? I don't think that she'll take care of them.
She has to. He's really busy with work and I need to support him, so...
Being rich is not easy and takes a lot of sacrifices. He needs to work hard for the company to keep it stable, right? You really are something to be able to support him.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I learned 4 languages during colleges and I am now doing translation and interpreting.
Well, I'm so proud of you. So I guess you guys can come home for a while, right?
Yeah, so that's why we got engaged and promised to get married after coming home. But when we happened to come home for a job, his ex showed up and said to take care of his twins without listening to me.
You two have some important jobs to do, plus can't just bring her twins with you overseas, so that really sucks.
Yeah, his parents are also hard workers, so all I had to do was to find a babysitter, which I did. I also decided not to pay Mom 3 grand every month. She needs to earn it.
That really sucks for her.
I wanted to give her a choice of babysitting to earn money, or working on her own. I wonder which one she's going to do.
Either way, I don't think she can tolerate. A month later.
Nicole, please help me. Can you come back home next time you're off?
Why?
I began taking care of the twins because if I don't, I won't be paid $3,000. These 3-year-olds are the devil. They break things, don't listen to me, and even scream. I think I aged 10 years since they came here.
Yeah, I heard that raising twins is very hard, but you earned money, right?
I did, but I have no time spending it. Even though I do, the twins ruin it. I bought a Chanel t-shirt last time because I was stressed, but they stained it on that day, so I had to throw it away. I'm done with this, so can you come help me?
You cut ties with me, plus you told me not to come back, so the answer is no.
What?
So good luck with that. If you have a hard time, why don't you hire a babysitter? You earn $3,000 a month.
Nope, no way. Can you please help me? I will take it back.
I mean, you told me twice, so do you think I can go back? I don't think so.
Then how about sending me money again? It doesn't have to be $2,000. It can be $1,000. I will call Jasmine and tell her that I'm done taking care of the twins and return them to her.
How many times do I need to tell you no? Why do I need to send money to someone who I don't care about?
Please.
No, stop relying on me and earn money by yourself.
Wait, Nicole. I apologize from the bottom of my heart of what I have done to you and said to you as well. So please don't leave me.
You're the one that left me. I'm done with you, so have a nice life. After the incident, I heard from Jasmine that after Mom talked to me, she told her that she couldn't handle the twins anymore, so Jasmine hired an expert babysitter. At the same time, the DNA results came back and turned out that the child's father wasn't the fiancé. So Jasmine will charge the ex-wife babysitting money as soon as she comes home. My mom lost both of her daughters and doesn't have anyone to send her money anymore, so she began working at the supermarket close by. But she gets yelled at every day for making the same mistakes. Also, the neighbors found out that everything she said was a lie, and they're giving her the cold shoulder.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.